Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome back to Dawn of War 3, where I am going through the Elite and Army tab doctrines of each of the races before we get into our actual gameplay and fighting and exploring this game in general. So there are 3 Army doctrines that we could choose from and basically buff up our army. As you can see, we have none of them owned. Each one of these will cost skulls. I think, let's see, yeah, this costs 50 skulls, and they even come with their own picture. So we're going to start, I'm thinking, from left to right, and see what all this gives. So here's the blind grenade that we could get from Jonah Orion from the last episode. So it blinds them, so they can't shoot at these scout marines as these scout marines are shooting back at them. So that is a pretty useful skill to have. Of course, being scouts, they don't last very long. Soloria's command fire on the move. This allows tactical marines to shoot as they move. So they can walk up and start shooting. And then, if they walk to the side, they'll continue to shoot with their bolters against the enemy forces. Again, I don't think that's the best of abilities. You could just have them stop and shoot, but it's useful if the enemy has a lot of micro abilities that you have to dodge around. Definitely give you a little extra, retain a little extra firepower in case you engage the enemy. Paladin's command shield wall. Devastator Marines gain a shield if they've been stationary for a duration. So Devastator Marines set up their turret and they sit for a while. And they start generating a shield. Any visual change on that shield? There. That purple bar is a shield. So that's about it. They're just more durable on the battlefield. Assault Terminators command frag grenade. So yeah, frag grenades. It seems that you walk up and then they just throw a frag grenade at the enemy, which damages them and knocks them apart from their squad. So useful ability, especially if you use a lot of tactical marines, which you will be using. The next squad ability is a pin. Devastators use their heavy bolters to immobilize the target. This ability is cancelled if the target is disabled, jumps, teleports, or is behind a shot observer. So basically, they can prevent enemies from moving by shooting at them. Useful ability. Hidden. Snipers remain stationary in stealth cover for a duration gain stealth that persists even if they leave. Stealth is removed if they attack or get detected. So the snipers are able to stay stealthed when they leave cover. For a little duration, it seems. Could be useful, but regular scouts, I think, are already invisible, so... what's this? Overwatch. Scout snipers set watch on a circle around the target position. When an enemy steps into the circle area, scout snipers fire with increased attack speed at the target and get a bonus shot for each charge they've accumulated. They build up to 10 charge while Overwatch is channeling. So basically, they are your flank watchers. They can punish enemy for trying to flank or sneak attack behind you if you have one of these squads set up and give you enough time to retaliate. Tireless. Tactical Marines increase speed while not in combat. Oh my word, that is fast. That is pretty useful for start of game matches. I'm not going to lie, so you can rush through those strategic points, especially in the center, get a foothold there, and get there first, and you can engage any enemy that comes against you. That's pretty good. Scout Strike. When scouts are stealth, they do bonus damage on their initial attack. So the scouts move forward, and they just do a bunch of damage on their first shot, and then they return back to measly scouts afterwards. Alright. Seems pretty cool. Slow death. When a tactical marine flamer ability slows infantry and immobilizes vehicles. Ooh, that makes the flamethrower a lot better. Alright. Cover fire. Let's see. If scout snipers are in stealth or heavy cover, their range attack slow. I wasn't watching. Ah, there. Well, that kind of stopped them. Okay, so they're walking, and they shoot once, and these units are slowed. Okay. That could be useful. Improved scope. Devastated Marines have increased weapon range while in stealth or heavy cover. So you put them in these heavy cover positions. They have longer range than normal. Once this activates, I think. Shield goes up. Yep, and then they're able to shoot at the targets that they were unable to shoot at just a moment ago. Okay. Venerable Dreadnought ability Assault Leap. Ah, yeah, so they basically just fly through the enemy, cutting them apart as they go across. That's pretty cool. That makes Assault Marines pretty useful. And Terminator's Command Focused Shot. Devastated fire a focused last can shot to target, causes silence, slow, and disables attacks. Yep. So keeps it basically as a vehicle's worst nightmare. So that's all the infantry. As you can see, that was a lot we had to cover at the beginning, but now we can go on to the vehicles. And the first is the Whirlwind. Thunderhawk redeployment. Whirlwind calls in the Thunderhawk that redeploys them to the target position after the delay. Oh. Ah, so you can pick up your Whirlwind in a plane and will then drop it off at another location. So it will fly around. 3, 2, 1, drop. So you can reposition these artillery units. I like it. I like it. Destructor Devastation. When a Predator Destructor deals damage, it gains a temporary increase in weapon range and attack speed can stack multiple times. Okay. So shoot once. Bam. And it gains a temporary attack range and attack speed. So its range is increasing, presumably, but it's attacking more often. Alright, that didn't see much difference in that visual there, but I'll take their word for it. Lone Wolf. Land speeders fight harder when they are behind enemy lines, increase damage, and reduces damage taken when not near allies in a circle. So these can make the land speeders harassers in the back line. I like that. That's pretty useful. Slam Barrier. So, this will use it. It will deploy the shield. So he starts getting shot at. Puts it down, and as you can see, the bullets are stopping just short of this little barrier here, preventing them from hitting the Dreadnought. But then the Dreadnought just walks up and punches them in the face. Alright. Land Speeder Mark from the Death Watch command. Land Speeder apply a debuff, increases damage taken, reveals target for a duration. So, basically you could just melt enemy targets and then keep them in the eyes of your forces. Okay. Pretty standard. Diomedes command Final Slam. Instead of dying, the Dreadnought activates a slam that heals just enough to avoid death. Only triggers once. So it just gives a little bit more fighting juice out of your Dreadnought before he goes down. Ah, he's down. Tragic. Alternative armor. Landspeeders gain a shield that regenerates. Ooh. So it has that purple bar that's basically a shield blocking enemy shots. Since land speeders are so fast, you can get them out of a hot state situation, and then the shield will regenerate when it's not under fire. Yes, so it looks... I take your word for it. Okay, it looks like it's regenerating, yeah. Alright, Invigorating Slam. Activating Slam, invigorates the Dreadnought, grants a temporary shield, and increases speed while active. Okay. Oh, Wow, he's fast. So yeah, that's definitely a must-have if you like to use lots of dreadnoughts. And predators gain a shield that regenerate. Okay, that pink bar, pretty standard. Keeps predators alive longer. Okay, structures. Blessing of the All-Messiah. Production structures and listing posts heal you and your allied vehicles in a circle. Vehicles need to be out of combat before they can heal this way. That is useful, otherwise you'd have to have a servitor to repair all of your vehicles. You can now just park them next to a listing post or a production structure and it will just repair your troops for free. I'm not sure if repairing troops decrease your power or strategic resource, but that's a pretty useful ability. Tip of the spear. Your listening post can be used to reinforce yours and your ally squad as well as heal elite units. Alright, so that is... Normally you have to be next to a production building to reinforce your squad, but just having it as a listening post, you can cut down on that. Pretty useful. Listening posts. Listening posts have increased health and do bonus damage. Alright. So, stronger listening posts to defend your strategic resources. And faction mechanics. Emperor's Influence reduces the ability cooldown of Plant the Standard. So you can plant a standard down and it basically inspires troops to do stuff. Improved Death Storms. Death Storm drop pods remain deployed for a longer period of time. Death Storms. Basically, they're drop pods that just have a lot of guns on them. Oh, that is awesome. It just makes them survive longer so they can just do a hell of a lot of more damage. I like that. And then rapid drop pods. Finally. Orbital relays become available sooner after deploying units from drop pods and Thunderhawks. Wait, so orbital relays... reduced timer. Normally that would be about 300 seconds, but it looks like it cuts at about roughly a third of the time, or half. I'm not too sure. Okay, so that's all the Army Doctrines. As you can see, all of them cost about 50 skulls to generate. I'm going to have to go through this and figure out which one I really want. I saw a number of pretty good ones to go through, but that's the Army Doctrine for the Space Marines. I think I'm going to leave this here. Thank you all for watching and bearing with me as I piece this all together. This has been the Space Marines chapter. The next one I'm going to study is the Orcs. Make an informed decision there. Informed decision, I actually hadn't played the Orcs or the Eldar yet in the open beta. I have yet to play them yet, but I'll take a look at them in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all then.